All right, I have a new topic today, and this comes directly from experience with my school, and it drives me crazy. So, can you get a black belt without ever sparring? If you're doing an art which has sparring, not Aikido or Kempo or something that or Kodyu, if you do an art that has sparring or grappling or randori or whatever, can you get your black belt without ever having sparred or grappled or competed or anything to that nature? So I have a ton of students that don't like to spar. We literally have 10% of the school coming on our Friday's our sparring day. We'll literally have about 10% of the school coming to our sparring class. And so I started telling everybody, you can't get your black belt if you don't spar. Am I wrong for that? I mean, I may lose business over that. I mean, I will probably lose business as the years go by and people start realizing that I'm serious about it. I used to make it mandatory that you competed in order to get your black belt. I don't do that anymore because it's some people can't afford it, some people don't like to, and the nerves. I get it. I still think it's important, but I don't push people as hard as I used to compete. Anyway, that being said, I really think that if you do an art, whether it be Muay Thai or Taekwondo or Karate or anything that has an element of sparring, you have to spar in order to get your black belt. At least a handful of times, if not on a regular basis. Because how can you get your black belt and you've never been hit? You've never been choked. You've never been, armbarred. You've never, been kicked in the head. You've never been. How can you know what it's like to use the art that you're training in if you never step foot in the ring? And that's the problem I'm having with a lot of these guys. And it's not just kids; it's adults as well that just do not want to come to Friday sparring. A lot of arts like take jiu-jitsu. Of course, it's a gentle art. It's you're not getting punched or kicked or anything like that. But for the most part, every jiu-jitsu school I've ever been in, they roll every single day, every day after class. Well, you can't do that in striking arts. It's a little bit harder, and you don't want to get kicked in the head or punched in the face, whatever, every single day. And I understand that, but there still should be. We spar once a week in our Taekwondo class, and I truly believe the entire school should be there. And they used to be. For some reason, back when we were competing on a regular basis, we had a lot of people on Fridays, and all of a sudden it's falling off. There's no one there, and it's driving me crazy because I don't want to give anyone a black belt if you're not sparring consistently. So I guess the reason I'm making this video is I want to know if I'm wrong, and maybe I am. Has anyone that watches these videos gotten a black belt without ever stepping foot in the ring in an art that does have competition? I don't. I know I said this already in the video. I'm not talking about someone that does Kodyu arts or arts that don't have any form of sparring. But for the competitive arts, can you give a black belt? Should you give a black belt to a student that has never once stepped a foot in the ring, been hit, been tested, been under pressure? Because I truly believe that's what makes you good is being under pressure. I competed the majority of my life, and I think that's really pushes you to get better, is having to perform under pressure, because that's what it's going to be like in the street. That's how it's going to be. Someone's going to come up to you, attack you, fight you, call you names, push you. And if you've never been under pressure, you've never been hit, the first time you get hit, the first time someone scares you, you're going to freak out because it's never happened before. But if you're sparring on a regular basis, you're competing all the time, you're going to be used to that pressure. The first time someone pushes you or calls your name, you're going to be ready for it, and it's not going to strike fear in your heart because you've been there, you've done that, at least on a superficial level. Anyway, that being said, that's all I wanted to say. I want to know if I'm right or wrong about not giving out black belts to people that refuse to come to our sparring class. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.